and having 3 points. And I think we dedicated this game to the community of Orlando Pride. So I think it was very good for us because we dominated the game from the first to the end. I think as a team, we really worked so hard. Yeah.
Mike? Austin, go ahead. Then Mike?
Barbara, 2 goals and 2 assists for you. When you found that first goal early in the first half, just did you kind of find your flow a little bit more? Obviously, going one game without scoring seems like an anomaly for you at this point this season. 10 goals in 10 games, but just getting back on the score sheet and then finding that confidence. How did it kind of flow for the rest of the game from there?
Yeah, I think it is the nature of the game. You can score, and in some other games you can't score. It's possible, but I think for me, when I have an opportunity and a chance, I have to utilize it wisely. So I think when I get a chance, I have to put the ball at the back of the net. If anything I didn't score, then I just have to go back to my drawing board and work hard so that in the next game I can find a goal.
Mike?
Barbara, the team basically dominated the game from start to finish. What was the message like going into this game to basically start really aggressive the game, being able to control the ball, and then even going into halftime? What was the message like going into that break to make sure the team continues that dominance on the field, which obviously led to the team scoring 6 goals today?
Yeah, I think with Pride team, the most important thing is confidence. Everyone has confidence, and the message from our technical bench is we have to dominate the game, and we have to keep calm, keep the ball, keep on moving so that we can find some chances. So I think we get more information from our technical staff.
We'll go to Sean and then back to Austin.
You've had games this year where you were dominating, but you took maybe a 1-goal lead and were unable to find that second goal going into halftime. Tonight, you get that goal just before halftime. How big was that for the team?
Yeah, because I think our main target is to score in the first minutes, because it keeps the game so easy when you score first. And I think for me, I feel scoring in the early goals, it's more important to the team, and we keep calm so that we are not pressured. So I think we really wanted that goal.
Austin?
Barbara, just 15 goal contributions and 9 starts for you. Being able to find the chemistry so quickly with this team, with Adriana, with Marta, how has that process been for you, just to be able to kind of play off of each other and work together in terms of the build-up and finding those goals?
Honestly, everything starts from practice. Because we have good relationship when it comes for training. So I think that's why it's coming from every time. We have to correct our mistakes during our practice so that we can perfect it in the game.
Back to Mike. Sorry, and then we'll go back to Austin. Let's play a little ping pong.
Yeah.
Barbara, it's already 14 games unbeaten that the team is right now, top of the standings, but you're still relatively new to this league. What have you kind of been able to kind of learn from this league so far? Obviously, the team's in fine form. You're in good scoring form, but what have you kind of been able to kind of learn from this league, and how have you kind of been able to use it to your strengths as well?
Well, I think I'm learning a lot with this league because it's so competitive, and it takes hard working. Like when you're going into a game, you have to be strong mentally and physically. So I think it's good for me. The experience is growing, and I'm learning each and every time. I'm learning something different from my teammate and from the technical staff. So I think this has really helped me.
We'll wrap up with Austin here.
You talked about the relationships and the practice on the field, but just off the field, and kind of, living here in Orlando and building relationships with your teammates off the field. How has that been for you? Obviously, coming to a new culture in a new country, and how has that been for you?
Well, I'm finding Orlando very good, and it's always off the pitch, and on the pitch we do communicate with teammates, so I think it keeps us so connected together.
All right, we'll wrap up there. Thank you, Barbara, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, everyone, thank you for joining us. We're going to get started with Marta, and then we'll have Barbara, Banda. Just to get things opened up, Marta, how do you feel after that game?
Amazing. There was a really special night, you know, and never had like lived this moment here in Orlando with this team. So of course I'm so happy, so proud of the team and everything that we did and showed together on the field.
We'll go to Austin and then to Mike.
Marta, it was the largest margin of victory in Pride history, the most goals scored in Pride history. What was clicking with you guys on the field that just made this game such a dominant win for you?
I think everybody, like, we talk so much about it, and then I think everybody like think about like the last two games that we did, and then we was no happy with the results and no happy with like our performance. We create, but we did score like enough, especially on the last game. And like tonight, we was like determined to do something different, like to score all of the goals that we did score in the last two games. So I think we did a good job, like when we talk about like defensive, and when we go to attack, we go like with so much passion and hungry to score. So I think this make the huge difference tonight.
We'll go to Mike and then to Javier.
Marta, obviously we're going to talk to Barbara just in a few, but obviously, how much of a difference has she made since coming into this team? It seemed like, I mean, from the very beginning, she definitely marks a difference on the field. Today she was able to get to assist, able to help you out in that one goal that you had. If you can just talk a little bit about her and how she's been able to kind of elevate the team so far this season.
I think she's like, she works so hard. She works so hard defensive too, and then offensive. It's just a compliment. You know, we know like how fast she is, and we need to work for put the ball in the space and in good situation for her. And I think to now we did like good, and then that's why we have the success. A couple of years ago we create a lot of chance, but we did have that player to finish the service. So this year, like with her, and then of course because of her, open like more space for the other players too. So she scored 2 goals today, but like we had like a lot of other chance with the other players too. So I think it's like a collective work, and we are happy to have Barbara here, you know, and I hope she keep doing like that.
Javier.
Javier Garcia from Florida National News, Noticias en Español. Marta, you guys have defense, offense, creativity, communication. You have it all. What has been the key factor for Orlando Pride to reach this quality of football? Thank you.
Do you want me speak Portuñol? Portuñol? English? I mean, like, I think the most important for this team, it's like the mentality that we create, like from beginning this season, you know. We decide to work hard for win the games and win one after the other, not just win one game and then next game, like, you know, don't show so well. So I think like we try to find a balance and then keeping do like that every single game, and especially of course home, because like I say, like in the past and then now to the team too, it's the result home need to be 3 points, need to be every single game. Nobody's allowed to come here and have fun beside us.
Oh, Austin, and back to Mike.
Marta, you guys scored 3 goals in the 86th minute and later. You were kind of leading the charge in terms of pressing the back line, forcing turnovers, and this is after you've gone a full 90 minutes plus. How do you find the energy to continue pressing and kind of leading that line by example and really setting the tone for the offense?
I think tonight there was more about like who had to keep the ball like better, and then I think our team did. And then when you do like that, you give the chance for most of the players like have like a little breathe, like during the game. And I think we did so well. We had the ball like most of the time, and it's hot. It was so hot and hard to play in this kind of like, how to say heat?
Humidity.
Yes. So I told my players, hey, we need to keep the ball. No play slow, but keep the ball. Because so long we have the ball, we have chance to score.
Mike?
Marta, the team is now 14 games unbeaten. You've been with this team now for quite some time now. We've never seen an unbeaten run like this in the club history. Obviously, a lot's changed in the last year, but this year is obviously it's marked a difference. How confident is this team right now, halfway through the season? Do you guys see this team going all the way unbeaten towards the goal?
Oh, wow. It's really hard to keep like that, and we know, but we work every single day, and then I think like when we do the things together, make it easy for everybody. Of course, we know they're gonna come to one point like we're gonna lose games too, but so long no happy. Like let's enjoy this situation, because it's so good to be involved in situations like that, especially with Orlando, how never had like this one before.
Anything else for Marta? Anything on Zoom? Austin? Last one?
Just you and Barbara get on the score sheet and score 4 goals, but to have other players to help contribute, and obviously Summer and Ali right at the end there getting on the score sheet. How important is that, especially heading into the Olympic break when you guys could be gone and off with your national teams, to have that level of players continuing, finding the back of the net and having that confidence?
Wow, it's really important, of course, because Barbara, she helped a lot the team, our team. But it's not only her. We need to show the other players like everybody is important. Everybody like have the small piece to do it for make this team like good. So makes look so well, look so good. And I think like the players know, because we talk a lot about that, and we show everybody that we need everybody to keep in make history.
Thank you, Marta. Congratulations on the win and the goals.
I take this water.
Recording in progress.
All right, we're going to wrap up with head coach Seb Hines. Before I do, I want to run through a few stats. I was going to do this before the players, but I think it's more impactful before Seb. So with the win, this extends the club's unbeaten run to 14 games to start the season. The 6 goals scored tonight are the most in a game in club history. These will all be in our match recap, too, so you can keep up. This marks the largest margin of victory in club history. Today was the highest attended game of the year and the 3rd all-time in Orlando Pride history. Barbara Banda became the first player to score 10 goals in her first 10 NWSL games. As of this moment, she leads the league with 10 goals and is leader of the Golden Boot race. With 2 goals and 2 assists today for Banda, that was the first time since June 17th, 2017 that a Pride player has totaled 2 goals and 2 assists in a game. The 4 second-half goals are the most ever scored by Orlando in a half. And most importantly, Haley Carter turned 40 years old today.
Sure appreciate you saying that.
All right, so with all of that in mind, Seb, how do you feel after this game?
Yeah, I mean, it's an outstanding performance. Flawless, really. The amount of goals that the players scored and to get a clean sheet. I think most importantly, it was for the fans tonight. I think when you look at the fixtures and you look at days like today, it means a lot to the community, and so we had to do our job tonight. And the players fully did that. They put a real show on for the fans and the supporters who have stuck by us and gone through, moments of adversity, 8 years ago. And so that performance epitomises what this team's about, and the determination, their grit, and their relentlessness to go after it and get a comprehensive win.
Austin?
Being able to get 3 goals in the first 85 minutes and then 3 goals in the last 8-9 minutes of the game. What does that show you about the energy and the resiliency of this team, especially with Marta and Barbara, who had been out there for 90 plus minutes, still running as hard as they were in the first minute, chasing down balls and setting up those goals?
Yeah, we had a good chat after the North Carolina game, because we left the game, feeling disappointed that we weren't able to score the goals that we created. But you could see tonight there was a real passion, a real hunger to put the ball out back of the net, and there were some really good goals tonight. And I still think we left some on the table as well, which is remarkable. But yeah, to end the game with Adri, Ali, Barbara and Marta as a front four is pretty scary. And as the game went on, you could see the spaces and the opportunities that presented themselves. I thought their goalkeeper made some really good saves as well. Shout out to her coming up and making some important saves. But yeah, it's nice to score late on, because I don't feel like we've done that all year. We've scored a lot of early goals. We've gone into games, scoring, I think, within the first 20 minutes of games, and then, second half hasn't really been the same. And, the message to the players at half time is, 2-0 is always a dangerous scoreline. We had to make sure we scored that third goal, and to get it so quickly after the half time was really important for us. And I think that momentum and that kind of settled us into the rest of the game.
So down the line here, Mike, Sean, Javier.
Seb, kind of just to follow up on that question, Marta said after those 2 games that you guys were on the road, in which you guys got the 2 draws, the team wasn't satisfied with those 2 results, performance and the results. What does that kind of say about the team in regards to the way the standards are now, that the team isn't going to settle with a draw, but the standards has been raised, in not only just regards of how the team performs, but when it comes to getting results like we've seen tonight?
Yeah, it's a testament to them and their drive and their hunger. I think it's always difficult to pick up points away from home, especially in environments like San Diego and North Carolina, who haven't given up any points to anyone. And so, yeah, to leave those environments with a bittersweet taste in your mouth, knowing that you've performed well, but there's still a little bit left there. And so you could see tonight that what they did in those last 2 games really showed in their performance today. Was incredible to get into those positions and be relentless and score the goal and put the ball in the back of the net, and it's a comprehensive win. We still know there's a lot of games still to be played, but I think that what the players have set for themselves, they want that consistency, and especially at home as well. We've got the backing of the fans. We've got this tough environment that we've created for any team to come here and try and feel like they've got a win, and so we use that as fuel going into every game. That the home games really matter to us. But yeah, every game's different. Every opponent's different. We've now got 2 games on the road again, and so we just want to continue that momentum and that belief going into the next 2 games.
Sean?
Carrie Lawrence had a part in a goal tonight, almost a part in 2 goals tonight. Can you talk about her performance tonight, and especially considering how she's had such a long time coming back from an injury, what that means to have her have such an impact on a game?
Yeah, Carrie's gone through a lot in her career here. Mostly last year with an ACL tear, and so having her back this year has a feeling of having a new player. You see her quality, you see what she brings to the group. She's played centre back a couple of times. We felt it was a great opportunity for her to get onto the field and play right back and use her energy and her athleticism down that right hand side. And she created a lot of problems for Utah tonight. And yeah, it just means that every player needs to be ready, because we need to call upon them. Carrie's missed some games. She's been an unused sub. Tonight she got an opportunity and she did really well in that position. So it just shows the togetherness of the team and making sure that every player is ready to go out there and perform and keep that standard really, really high on the field.
Awesome.
Seb, Barbara has 15 goal contributions in 10 games. You've talked in the past about how she's just been able to come in and kind of be her and play her game. From your perspective, how do you kind of go about coaching a player like her and kind of finding the balance of putting her in positions to succeed and just letting Barbara be Barbara?
Yeah, the two goals are very different, right? So the first goal, header back post. We talked a lot about her coming into this game, being in the width of the goal, being in goal scoring positions when we're in crossing positions. And so she took that information on and she put herself in a threatening position. And then a second goal is just raw talent. Her speed is incredible. She makes something out of nothing and having the calmness to go around the keeper and slot it with her left foot. So there's the balance within that. I still think, which is crazy because you just talked about her goal contributions. There's still elements in her game that she can improve on. And that's our job as a staff, is to make sure that we get her as complete as possible, which is a scary thought because of what she's doing right now. Like you mentioned, 10 goals in 10 games, and it's her first year in this league, and so there's still areas of improvement for her, and she's still young and still wants to learn and wants to grow and show everyone what she's capable of doing in one of the hardest leagues in the world.
Anything else for Seb? Great. Thank you, Seb.
Thank
Congrats
you.
again.
Appreciate it.